There are a lot of theories that at some point a person is being punished for what he has done. Some believe that this issue is resolved after death, while others believe in the boomerang of life. I probably belong to the latter, and here's why. I'm over 40 now, and I got married not so long ago, 3 years ago. And just recently, a son appeared, which I am very happy about. Many people are surprised that I started a family late enough. But I actually got married when I turned 30. Harper, my wife, has been my neighbor almost all my life. We ran to school together, were friends, and fought. When we got older, we crossed paths in common companies, and we had a lot in common. All my friends and girlfriends from those years got together. Well, Harper and I got married. We moved into a rented apartment so that our parents wouldn't hurt us. And we just started earning normally, so in a year we saved up for the initial mortgage payment and rented a 2-room apartment. We decided to make repairs right away. Well, purely to freshen up after the previous tenants. I was still driving a truck at the time, so I often traveled to other cities with supplies, returning quite late. My Harper has already become an accountant in a small company dealing with tenders. It was a responsible job, but from 9 o'clock to 6. That's why she talked more with the repairmen. I absolutely trusted her taste. And anyway, she was kind of smart in such matters. She analyzed everything, looked at the quality and price in different places before taking something. Well, in general, an accountant. We've already reached the stage of wallpapering. I'm on the road again, and my wife tells me that she went out to the store to choose wallpaper with a master at lunch. And in the evening they will go to choose glue. I come in late at night, and this Val is still having tea with us. Yes, he tells stories about what kind of clients there are. We sat together, laughed, and broke up until the next day. My wife took the day off to monitor her work. Well, as usual, I have to get up at 6 a.m. And earn money. In general, the work with this Val progressed quickly. The wallpaper was glued. Then I found out that Harper had advised him where to buy a new wardrobe. They sent me the photos again. Well, we bought the curtains together according to the same scheme. Yes, I already laughed. They say Val is like a friend to you, Harper, you even choose curtains together. Well, she easily answers me like this. They say, yes, we became friends. He's sending jokes, I'll send them to you now. We laughed together. The repairs are over, it remains only to pay off the debts in small things, to the parents and there to one friend. But I can't stand debts, so I immediately said that until I pay them back, I'll work 7 days a week. My wife was not against it. She also purred something there, saying that a report to the tax office needs to be prepared. In general, for 2 months I literally came home to eat, wash and sleep. And hug my wife, of course. And then, as I paid off with everyone, my very first day off. News, my faithful sits down in front of me in the morning and informs me, I am pregnant. Of course, I was delighted, great. I say, that's the news. But I'm not going to give birth, and I'm filing for divorce. And he looks at me without blinking. In the sense of a divorce? And how is it that you don't want to give birth, Harper? No, well, you don't want to give birth now. I understand everything. They only paid off the debts for repairs. Just wait, we'll have time to earn everything for the child. I was saying something so helpless to calm her down. Well, cancel this stupid decision. She insisted, no, I've thought of everything. I don't love you. I'm going to my mom's today, and we're going to get a divorce. Well, I snuck into the hallway, and there, it turns out, my things are already packed, I'm ready. I let her go. Well, I called my mother-in-law, explained what had happened, and asked, did she know anything? And suddenly she was so genuinely surprised. What, are you pregnant? What kind of divorce? Are you crazy? She began to ask me if I had offended her, if I had beaten her. In general, it turned out that the mother-in-law was not in the know at all. Agreed that I called back. Don't worry. When I call, he doesn't answer the phone. I call my mother-in-law, who takes it and says that Harper has not arrived yet. I was already growling, what's the joke? You can tell me in a human way if you've arrived. And I hear that she was seriously worried. No, Liam, she really isn't here. No matter what happens. I told her, I'll call you now and find out everything. And half an hour later, he calls back and screams with emotion that my wife has gone completely nuts and got together with that repairman Val. That idiot. The mother-in-law screamed. She says she slept with both of them, but got pregnant. And since they were protecting themselves, this upholsterer, as soon as he found out about the child, declared that he was ready to marry, but he did not want someone else's child. And this fool is having an abortion now. I must admit, I was blown away by this situation. I called this Val, but he didn't pick up the phone. Apparently he was shitting himself out of fear. Then, in a fit of passion, I called my boss, explained everything, and asked for another day off. That guy, who understands, agreed. In the morning, I went to my wife's office, where I found out that she had taken several days at her own expense. That's when I got mad. I started looking for her friends on social media. Well, of course, I've already been banned everywhere, my quick Lena. It turned out that I took an order at work in the evening so as not to waste the day, and not to get mad in vain. I arrive home in the morning, the washing machine and some of the furniture have been removed. There was a refrigerator, a TV. So I'm typing to this star, have you already taken it, have you lost it? I immediately ask. She's so brazen to me, it's like splitting it between two anyway. I've left you your favorite. If we calculate the amounts, it's equal. Well, you're a man, what are you going to share the pennies for? You better chill out, think about it. We still have an apartment to share, so I suggest we sell it without a trial, with an encumbrance, and just share the money. I told the bitch to go to hell and hung up. Well, then I really thought, why arrange high-profile trials over a one-bedroom apartment? Oh, come on. That evening, I calculated the prices, quickly assessed the apartment and put it up for sale. I'll earn an apartment faster myself. Well, bachelor life has already begun. Work, work, work. Yes, apartment views. Then the apartment was sold, the money was divided with the former. I don't even want to remember now how disgusted I looked at her in those moments. Interestingly, she still has a good relationship with her former mother-in-law. She could not forgive her daughter for having an abortion or a similar divorce. She started calling me, her ex, a lot, and telling me what was going on. Well, the fact that Harper married this builder a month after the divorce I knew without my mother-in-law. The city was small. And I learned from her that the abortion was unsuccessful. Now the former will not be able to have children. At that time, I decided to leave my job and opened a small workshop for making wooden products. Well, I've been turning metal all my life, but now I'm turning wood. In order not to lose my temper, I decided that I needed to put myself together at least in some kind of pile. And so it went: bedside tables, stools, cabinets, housekeepers, key rings. I recruited some good guys. I can't say that I forgot and forgave my ex, but my head was already occupied with other things. It's been about a year since the divorce. The mother of the former reported that she was blown away. She became twice as big as herself. Well, then she called and said that Val had found a new lover while renovating another apartment. Well, now there's love, romance. And the Baron Harper was left alone. The situation is wild, of course, but it's very similar to paying back for previous actions, don't you think? I can't say that I was just gloating, but it's definitely a punishment for my ex. A few years later, as I said at the beginning, I have a wife and a little son. Business, we are working. And then suddenly the company that my ex works for comes out to us. It turns out that they won some kind of tender for holding events, and the customer requested key rings of our production as souvenirs for the guests. But what's the problem? We calculated the estimate and sent the information to the post office. There's a call, and I see the ex's number flashing. I pick up the phone, and there she is singing like a nightingale, bursting into song. She asks how I'm doing, how is the business, if I miss her, if I want to have coffee with her. They say they're not strangers, and they didn't even think to call. Yes, you will have to communicate at work anyway, so why not resume informal relations? And most importantly, as if nothing had happened. And then I realized that there was a reason why that company decided to order our products. This is my ex's trick to get back together. Apparently, she's having a hard time. But after all these years, it all seems so funny and even ridiculous to me. Previously, you had to think with your head, but now, let him pay for the order and go to hell.